All right. What's going on, everybody? God bless you. All my brothers and sisters around the world, we thank God for so much. My title says, Stop Being Angry Because Godless People Have Everything They Want. I know a lot of times we tend to get mad, frustrated, because we see so many people around us, crooked folks, seem like they're always prospering. You know, they got more money than you. Their house is bigger than yours. They continue to do wicked things, and that's how they stay on top. We can say that goes for our government. We can say we see crooked police officers, money always coming up missing. We see so many things where people continue to do wrong, and that's how they stay on top. And I want to go back to Psalms chapter 37. And I believe that this is truly David. This psalmist here is David. And David got very angry because the wicked had everything they wanted. And like I said, it does make you mad, because here it is, you trying to live your life the best way you know how. A lot of times you are struggling, you hit rock bottom. But then you look at the dope dealer going down the street. Then you look at the crooked people that you might work beside. You look at so many people that's rich that rob the poor, and sometimes you wonder, why ain't God doing nothing to them? Seems like God should just strike them dead. Why are they doing better than me? This is how David felt, y'all. I'm just painting the picture here. David felt like this. And see, it just looked like they doing better than you. It just looks like it, because in the long run, the wicked is going to be cut off. We got wicked family members. We got people in church buildings trying to outdo people. We got people that got money, got a lot of things, and won't help nobody. You couldn't even ask them for 50 cents. You couldn't even ask them for a loaf of bread. You couldn't ask them for a cup of water. This is how cold and low down so many people is. Don't care nothing about the poor. David was mad at this. But the thing is, all these people that's wicked, a lot of people will do anything to get rich. They could be looking like they well off, but they're going to be well off missing heaven if they ain't careful. See, the wicked in this passage, in Psalms 37, I'm doing verses 1 through 11, the wicked here, they had everything they wanted. They did what they wanted, and nobody stopped them from doing what they wanted to do. And David got angry. Oh, how they hurt the poor people that didn't have much. And the message also in this is just, you got to simply wait. You got to just wait. Stop trying to get even with folks. God is going to deal with the wicked, but you just got to wait. A lot of people that's wicked and crooked can't even go to sleep at night. So many people doing all this crazy stuff, they don't have a peace of mind. So if you want to just listen along, I'm going through verses 1 through 11 in Psalms 37 here. Verse 1 says, Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. In other words, the Bible is saying here, no need to get angry because of what they're doing. What these evil people are doing, they always doing wrong. They're going to continue to do wrong, and that's the way they live their life. But fret not thyself. Don't you get mad about it. Verse 2 says, For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. I love how this is compared to grass, because grass becomes very dry. And then it says green herbs. And now we could also say green plants. They gonna die. So in other words, they're gonna soon be cut down like the grass, and they're gonna pretty much die. Snow It's no hope for the wicked. The wicked loves to stay wicked. Verse 3 says, trust in the Lord and do good, so shall thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. We should always be trusting in the Lord. Just because they doing bad things, don't you get caught up in what they doing. The Bible say right here, you just continue to do good. You do good and keep trusting in the Lord. And the end of the verse say, live in the land. Dwell in the land. We can go back to Israel. Go back to the Jews. Look at what David and them was dealing with back then. So a lot of people really don't understand how truly the land supposed to have been blessed and was blessed. And the problem was Israel also, they just continued to keep going against God so many times. But they were still God's chosen. And God loved Israel so much. He always forgave Israel. Took them back. But he also punished Israel. Verse 4 says, delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. God knows what we need. God always takes care of us. What are the desires of the heart? What are your desires of your heart? Some of us are only just begging God for money. You know, if I had money, Lord, I'd be all right. A lot of people say that till they get sick. See, the Bible does say money solves everything. But the Bible also turns right back around and say, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Yes, because when you got money, you can buy pretty much anything. You can buy yourself out of trouble, but you can't buy your way into heaven. You can buy a nice bed. You can buy the most expensive bed in the world, but you can't buy a good night's sleep. Without God, it's impossible to make it in this life. Without God, you'll find yourself lost. Verse 5 says, commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. We must serve God fully, not halfway. We must keep on the full armor. See, the wicked gonna come up against you every day. We got to deal with the wicked. We might as well strap up and stay ready, because Satan always comes at us every chance he get. And if he can't get at you, he gonna get at the one that's closest to you. It could be your own twin sister, Sister D. Canterbury, Brother Marvin. It could be your own brother. Lady D, it could be your own family, can't it? Y'all know what we talking about here. Things get rough. Satan gets at the closest ones to you. It could be your own mama, your own daddy. Some of us ain't spoke to our own parents and ain't no telling how many years. Some of us ain't spoke to our brothers and sisters, ain't no telling how long. But I always say with that, you can't do nothing with certain people. And sometimes being distant is one of the best things that could ever happen. Even though we need each other. But some of us don't want no help. Some of us, if you ain't careful, you keep hanging around them, you'll become them. You'll act just like them. Verse 6 says, and he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. We should be letting our light shine, no matter what. Forget about what the wicked is doing. You let your light shine, and you continue to do right. So many of our young people right now are on the streets because they looking, oh, the dope dealer look like he's so prosperous. I was talking to a young man the other day. He said he don't want to do nothing but sell dope. I want my pockets fat. I want to ride on rims like him. He hitting them corners. He got all the women. He got the money. I said, you don't want much. And I said, if you want what he got, then you either on your way to the penitentiary or to the grave. And in the long run, to the lake of fire. See, we got to talk real to folks. We got to reach out. Stop all this, beating people over the head with scriptures and putting them in hell. Are we ever going to start reaching out sometime? He said, and shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Verse 7 says, but rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. This is the part a lot of us don't like to do. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. He say, rest in the Lord. Wait patiently. But some of us don't want to wait. We want God to get at the enemy immediately. And when God ain't handling business immediately, we seem like we got a problem with God. Well, God, why you leave him around here so long? I prayed, Lord, that you handle this situation. And it seemed like you taking so long, God. Since you going to take so long, God, let me take matters in my own hand and do this thing my way. That's when we make the biggest mistakes in our lives. We make the biggest mistakes. God already said vengeance is mine. Some of us right now sitting up trying to plot on how we're going to ruin somebody's day tomorrow. We sitting up right now trying to figure out how we're going to get even with this girl or this man or whoever, your co-worker. You sitting up plotting when you should be sitting up giving it over to God. Be patient and wait. God is going to get the wicked. Look at verse 8. It says, cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. Woo. Cease from anger. That's hard to do a lot of times, ain't it? Because you in the flesh. If somebody all up in your face right now when you know you're right, cussing you out, and then if they turn around and want to push you and put their hands on you, it's hard for you to cease from anger, ain't it? Because first thing you want to do is get back at them. Oh, let the church say amen. Verse 9 say, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. He say, for evildoers shall be cut off. That means they're going to be destroyed. Verse 10 says, for yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yeah, they shall diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. And verse 11 says, but the meek shall once again inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. Psalms 37 verses 1 through 11. May the Lord add a blessing to the readers and the hearers and the doers of his holy word. My brothers, my sisters, God will deal with the wicked. So don't worry about who's looking so good like they prospering around you. We see a lot of folk with a lot of money. They money done became their God. They material things done became their God. You cannot serve two masters. Two masters can be anything. You're going to love one and hate the other. And most people is forgetting about God and they loving their money. But what they going to do one day when all the money runs out? You better be concerned about your soul. May God bless you. May God keep you. Let me say it again. You should be concerned about your soul because your money will run out. I'm saying it because I hope some of these preachers that beg all the time are listening. All of this begging, all of this trying to get rich, it's going to run out. And once again, you can't buy your way into heaven, nor can you hook up a U-Haul truck and pull all your material things and goods and take it with you. And here go the other sad part. You can't hook it up and take it to hell neither. Let me say that right. You can't take it to the lake of fire. Peace.